How y'all doing? God bless y'all. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Hopefully, y'all having a wonderful, blessed day. Hopefully, all is well with you. God is good. God is good. God is good. And that's real talk. Um, life is wonderful. Life is beautiful. Um, hopefully, y'all having a beautiful, wonderful time. I have nothing to complain about, but life is good. Title of this video, let's talk about it. Because I just want to get on here and we can just have conversations. That's what I'm talking about. We can just have a good time talking about whatever. How y'all doing? Hopefully y'all having a blessed, wonderful day. Hopefully all is well with y'all. And that's real talk. A lot of things is going on. I just, I'm having such a blessed moment, man. And I don't know how long I'm gonna be on this live today, but I just came in here to just say, for those that support my channel, appreciate it very, very, very much. I mean, this has been an exciting journey for me. Like I'm having the ball. Like I really love doing what I'm doing. I really love doing it. It's fun. It's hilarious. Um, of course, on my channel, when I do my lives like this, I get a lot of smoke, which is cool. Like I honestly speaking, I don't. I always tell people I'm thick skinned, and I bring the smoke. Say what you want, insult me all you want to. It is what it is. I'm good with it. I don't be in my feelings about stuff like that. Um, but shout out to those that support my channel. You know what I mean? The Fat Show, Out the Pit, Man Do Magic 47, Joyce Ort, A World Away from Here. All of these people have their own YouTube channels, and they still find time to spend time with mine. Queen Sackcloth, Ant Like the Bug, RIP underscore Bam Bam. They all support my channel, and I might not remember every single one because there's quite a few of them. the family, the YouTube family is growing very big. Donald J. Plump, who always seems to show up. I mean, even though we don't agree on some things we do, a lot of things we don't. But one thing I do is respect is that he still come to my channel and he still watches my videos and he still throw out his insult. Philippines. I swear these people really need help, but it's cool. It's all good. I mean, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hitting that subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. A little further into this video, I'm gonna get into something else, but I just wanted to come in here and have fun. And the insults have already started. I don't know. It might be mating season for y'all. I didn't know human beings had a mating season, but whatever. Mike, talk to them. God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. God bless you. Hopefully all is well. What's going on? What's going on? Can I ask you a question if it's the right time? Just for real, how you doing? God bless you. Welcome in. Please hit the like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Appreciate it very, very much. And you can ask the question, but if it's a question that is, you know what I'm saying, you're probably not going to get an answer. But you're welcome to ask the question. You can ask the question all you want to. But anyway, life is good. I mean, I hope y'all doing well. And a lot of times on my channel, I do a lot of different things. I don't stick to one thing. But I do try to talk a lot about finances and stuff like that because, at the end of the day, some of my financial decisions have helped a little bit. I mean, quite a bit. Am I a financial advisor? No. Do I have all the answers? No. Is what I say gold and there's no other options? No. But yes, Mike, talk to them. God is good. There is no other option for you out there that's better than having a relationship with Jesus Christ. That's where I'm standing, and that's what I stand on. I mean, I love what Christ has done in my life. I'm not perfect. I still got flaws like everybody else, man. But the peace of God is just amazing. Do you spend money on stupid stuff? I don't. I mean, I think everybody do spend money on something stupid to some extent. Um, I think if you got money and like if you got a lot of disposable income and you want to spending on stupid stuff, that's fine. But where I have a problem with people who spend money on stupid stuff is that they will spend money that ain't theirs on stupid stuff. And when I say not theirs, this is the point that I have. If you go and you have a mortgage, you signed the contract and you made an agreement with the mortgage company that you're going to pay a certain amount every month and for this house that you purchased, that they loan you the money for. Same thing with electric bill, gas bill, stuff, and so to speak. So if you taking your mortgage money and spending on stupid stuff, and if you taking your mortgage money and putting them on stupid stuff, and if you taking your on stupid stuff, then that's a problem, because that's not your money. You made an agreement. You should pay the people that you owe. And then if you have anything beyond that, that's fine. People want to use up resources, but then don't want to pay the bill after they use up the resources because they don't have no discipline. They want to take the money and go have fun. So yes, listen, if you got the money to spend it on stuff that what people would consider stupid stuff and you got the wealth to do it, I agree with that. Do what you want to do with your money. But if you owe money to someone that you borrowed money from, or you use up some resources and stuff like that, you should pay that money back. If you don't have intentions of paying it back, then don't do it. And like here's my point to that is that like I said, I've seen it so many times when people complain about their money, and I watch what they do with their money. I mean, and I think I'm relatively disciplined with what I do and what I have. I'm not rich, but I do try to go and I'm mindful of what I spend. I go to spender's remorse. If I spend some money, not long after I spend some money, I go through a spender's remorse, because I know that if I invested that money somewhere, it could have got me some more returns. Sackcloth Queen, God bless you. Welcome in, welcome in. Make sure y'all please doing the brother a favor and hit that like button. Make sure y'all doing a brother a favor, hit that subscribe button. 50-year mortgages are just stupid. All right. Let's get into that subject. All right, y'all, for a little while. I want your Howard put in there and said 50-year mortgages are stupid. Now, here's the thing. Understanding this, the years don't matter. I want y'all to understand something. The years don't matter. And I'm getting ready to educate y'all on mortgages and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying I have all the answers, but I do understand this concept. I don't care if you have a 10-year mortgage, a 20-year mortgage, a 30-year mortgage, a 40-year mortgage, a 50-year mortgage. The interest rates on that mortgage is going to be a factor, in the time span of that mortgage is going to be a factor too, right? So I want y'all to understand this. When someone says, and I get what you're saying, Howard, but it really isn't a stupid idea. And I'm explaining to you why it's not a stupid idea, but there is. Because if what the stupid part would be, you to get a 50-year mortgage and pay the bare minimum every single month. That's where the stupidity would come into that. Let's say you do go get a 50-year mortgage, which if you do it right, you'll have a lower payment every month. The whole intent behind the 50-year mortgage is for someone to have a lower payment every single month, which is cool. Now, would I go get a 50-year mortgage? It depends on my financial circumstances. But if you look at your mortgage, when you sign that 50-year, let's say you got one, and you sign that 50-year mortgage, right? And you get an itemized report of all of your mortgage payments, all of your interest payments, and your principal, right? That information right there is going to help you a whole lot. Because all you have to do is look at your principal payment every single month and try to double up on that as much as you can. If you did that right there would cut off your mortgage. It would not take you 50 years to pay off that mortgage. The problem is people pay the actual mortgage amount every single month. That's where they run it. So I don't care if it's 50 years. There might be a moment where I might be able to only pay that low amount on my mortgage. But the moment I get more money and I got some leftover money that I can do, I take that money and I apply it to the principal. Every time you double up on that principal, you cut months out. The back end of it makes it even better because the more you bring your balance down, the less interest charges are going to come out of it, even though the interest rate is, let's say you got a fixed interest rate. Even though the interest rate is going to remain the same, what happens is whatever money went into that extra, no interest is going to be charged out of that. Your balance is going to come down. And on the long term, on the long time of that loan, you're going to save more money on interest rates. So you can still pay off that mortgage in 30 years. You can still pay off that mortgage in 20 years. The problem, so the length of the mortgage does not matter. I purchased cars over the years. I've had loans on the cars that I've owned. I have never paid off a car in the length time that it told me to pay off the car. I paid relentlessly to get rid of that finances as fast as possible. So here, understand what I'm saying. Believe me when I'm telling you, the years of the mortgage does not matter. As long as you applying extra money to your principal, you will be able to pay off that mortgage by far faster in the long term. Yes, you would. If you keep applying extra money to the principal and make your actual mortgage payment and apply money to the principal every single month. I don't care if it's $5, $10, $20, $30, $50, $100. That money is going to cut down the length of time it takes you to pay off your mortgage every single time. I'm saying it because it works. The first mortgage I had a 30-year mortgage. In 5 years, I was 12 to 13 years into paying off, already eliminated off my mortgage. Why? Because I kept applying money to the principal. Mortgages have early payment fees. No, it depends on the mortgage you get. Then if you agree to that, that's on you. That if you agree to have that's on you. See, that's the difference between having bad credit and getting a mortgage, or borderline bad credit, and having great credit and getting a mortgage. So the first thing you need to do is fix your credit, because your credit is a reflection of your character. If you have a history of not paying people, then you're a higher risk to the mortgage company. So therefore, they're going to put other stuff in there in hopes that they don't lose money by loaning you the money for that house. Because that means that you run the higher risk of running into foreclosure. And my thing is this: you said most Americans have a credit score of 675 or lower. Again, because most of America has a spending mentality. We are a consumption country. We consume. We try to keep up with the Joneses. We try to live above our means, and most of us do that. Most of us do that. Not all of us, but most of us. And that's what ends up happening. Don't care about losing money, the government just bails them out. Yeah. And my thing is this. That's why I always say the biggest problem is government being involved. Government is always going to be the problem. And the more we keep enlarging government, the more the problem is going to lie. If banks have to compete for your business and know that they will not get a bailout, they'll be less likely to loan you money, take risks of loaning out money that really don't belong to the bank. It belongs to the people that put their money in the bank. They'll be less likely to loan out money to people that are high risk and take the risk of if the government would stop trying to bail them out. Trump has enlarged government. How do you enlarge government when you firing people and getting rid of all of these people? Like, that don't even make sense. Trump fired, they done got rid of a lot of people in working in government, but he is enlarging it. Gold Prospect King, God bless you. How you doing? Welcome in. He says, I need a bailout. I think a lot of people do. Honestly, if you had to go through 4 years of Joe Biden's economy Guess what? You probably do. But again, it's just like everything else. I personally think that people should have more of their own money. I don't want government in this taking tax dollars to help people that don't want to do anything, taking your tax dollars and helping lazy people, people that don't want to work and stuff. I have a problem with all of that. I don't want that. To me, I think that Americans should keep the vast majority of their money because, listen, most Americans are actually generous. If you really think about it, if they see somebody in need, they will help them. They don't need government to take the money and help somebody. They'd be willing to help them themselves. Look how many helpful programs we got out there right now that people help and fund and donate to. Why do you need government to take it out of your pocket to do it? That means the government don't saying that I don't trust none of y'all. I'm going to take it and use it and do what we want to do with it. That's why we have a $38 trillion deficit, because we keep thinking that government is smarter than the citizens. They irresponsible with money. And you're right. We should not be aiding these other countries. I don't want my money going to this other country. First thing we need to do is take care of home. Somebody said I sound retarded and low key. How do I sound retarded and low key when everything I said I've actually benefited from? I got results based off what I'm talking about. Where are yours? You definitely on the Epstein list. I don't even know Epstein, but whatever. See the immaturity that comes in here. This is where I love the trolls, because they come in here and they have so much immaturity. They tell you I got low key, but the only thing you came in here to talk about is Epstein or something like that. Trolls they need help, but this is where they come to get their therapy. Just so y'all know, this is where the trolls come to get their therapy. I help them. I make their life more important. I bring value to their life because they have nowhere else to go that anybody would care about them, but Ron's opinion don't matter. So I love the trolls. That's why they come here, because they really do need professional help. So they come here so they have a place to go, because I'm probably the only person that really cares about them. But anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. And so when it comes to that, when it comes to having a mortgage and stuff, and like I said, I don't think somebody should take out a 50-year mortgage. But if you have to be that person to try to get a lower mortgage payment every month, and you can do the 50 years, just be good with your money. Make sure you put more money on that mortgage. Make sure you pay extra money on that principal. Make sure you keep doing that so that it don't take you 50 years to pay off that mortgage. That 50-year mortgage can be helpful if you use it right. Mortgages used to be 5 years. Yeah, and now here is the downside, in my opinion, about a 50-year mortgage. All that's going to do is inflate the property value, people's houses, when they try to sell them. That's the downside of it. The upside is what I was talking about. Here's the downside and why I really don't agree with 50-year mortgages. Because what these housing people who sell the houses do, and what these banks are going to start doing, and I guarantee you that this is going to happen if they put that into play, unless you make sure you actually check these banks and what they loaning this money out for. Let's say you got a house that's $200,000 and they can only get a 4-year mortgage. This is what these slicksters are going to do. They're going to say, okay, we're up at the 50 years since this is law now, but now they're going to raise that price of that house from $200,000 to $300,000 to try to get more money out of you over the long term. That's where I keep telling people nothing in this world have value until you give it to it. Listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all for somebody that's about to go buy a house. Stop letting your emotions and stuff make y'all make decisions. Be smart about it. If that house, don't let somebody go look at a house and tell you, oh, this house is worth $200,000 because they said it was. This is where people fall into the trap at. Like same thing if you go buy a car, they'll say, oh, we selling this car for that. It ain't worth that until you're willing to buy it for that. That's where it hurts you at. So if you go spend more money for something that is not worth it, you put yourself in that problem. That's why that's the part about the 50-year mortgage thing I don't agree with. Because I know what these slicksters are going to do. They're going to try to take that 50-year mortgage, right? And they're going to say, okay, we can raise the houses up. And then you're going to end up with a high payment anyway. So that's where I disagree with the 50-year mortgage. But if there was a way to say, we're not going to let you sell these houses more than what they're worth, because I know they're not going to watch it, because people are going to say, oh, I want that house. I really want that house. And because you so caught up in this house because you love it so much, they already know that they can get you to buy the house for just about anything. They already know that you're going to buy that house for just about anything. And the slicksters, I don't care if you're on the other end, Democrat or Republican, it doesn't matter. Mostly these are Democrats, but they always trying to come at Republicans. Like most of these people that got rich off of lying to people as Democrats. But I'll leave that right there. Again, that's where you're going to fall into the problem at. But they only can do it if stupid people that go out there and spend money and buy houses, buy them for them prices. Here's my point to me, to make about this. If somebody said to me, yo, I'm selling this, let's say a Lamborghini, right? Now, that's an expensive car. A Lamborghini to me has zero value to me personally. I don't want one. I don't care about them. They can't. If you give them to me, it will be sold to the fastest person that would want it. Why? Because I don't want one. Now, to someone else, a Lamborghini is worth a lot of money. But to me, I don't care because I don't want it. So if someone was to give it to me, it'd be nice. I'll get in it, drive it one time just to see what it feel like. And then there'll be a for sale sign on it immediately. Why? Because the money and what that money could do for me is by far more important than having the expense of owning a Lamborghini. So I would take that money, sell that Lamborghini. I would sell that Lamborghini, take the money from it, and I would go invest that money so that I can make more money. I can make more money off of it. So I can make money off. I can take that money. Now I got rid of that Lamborghini because in my opinion, that Lamborghini is a liability. I don't want no parts. I don't want the cost of gassing it, repairing it, the upkeep of it. I don't want no parts of that. I want the money in it because that money can do by far more for me. And then I go buy me a piece of junk and drive around in it. Not a total junk, but you know what I mean? A decent, reliable vehicle that's inexpensive. And I take the rest of that money and invest it. Why? Because the investment would do better for me than having that Lamborghini. I wouldn't even want the expense of it. It would do nothing for me. Yeah, I'm just trying to read some of y'all chats. Well, my thing is this. If you keep voting for politicians that keep putting all of these things into play, if you got a problem with the conditions in your community, then you should probably run for office. If you disagree with all this stuff, then why not get somebody that y'all know going to fight for y'all the right way and vote for them? Not because they Democrat, not because they're Republican. It's because they really actually want to do the right thing by the people. Not lie to people and tell you some unrealistic stuff just to get you to vote for them. I'm not talking about them because we already know how those people is. I'm not talking about somebody get up there and lie to you just to get you to vote for them. I'm talking about somebody that really have a care and concern to make the things better for people and stop letting government rule over your life. I'm from America. I'm American. I'm from America and I am American. Go get you some exercise. Yeah, I would never, like I said, I'm just using the Lamborghini as an example, is that I don't want them. I don't want the Lamborghini. To me, that's just a liability. Even when you go buy a house is a liability. That's all it is. It's an expense. Yes, you need a house, roof over your head, place to stay, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's still a liability. I personally, if I was young right now, I wouldn't buy a house for me to live in. I'd buy one to rent out. That's what I would do. If I can find one that has a duplex or a triplex, and if it was just me and I was single, that's what I would buy. I will rent out the other apartments and live in the other one and let somebody else pay for my living expenses. And then I would repeat that action every time I can. If I was younger, because that's exactly what I did when I was younger. Buy property, the duplex or triplex, move in one of them, rent out the other one, and then take that money and keep reinvesting it until you build yourself a nest egg or business and stuff like that. Investing into buying more property, renting them out, flipping out, whatever it is you're doing. Also take that money, invest it in the stock market, invest in the United States of America's economy, because you're going to make money. And just be patient and strong about it. Just keep doing it. Man do magic. What's up, 47? How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. How would I invest 50K right now? If I had 50K right now, I would go find me 30 solid companies, right? This is what I would do. Not saying anybody, I would find me 30. I'm going to say a little bit more. I'm going to go to 50. 50 solid companies that pay out dividends, and I would invest in them. That's what I would do with it. And that will automatically, depending on where I do, would give me an income of roughly about $300 to $500 a month. And you never have to touch the 50,000 because you got some solid investments like Walmart and places like that. I would take that 50,000, divide it up amongst 50 different companies that's solid, that pays out a dividend, maybe even some ETFs or something like that, put it there. And then I will let that dividend money that I have coming in every single week, day, month, let it pile up and just keep recycling that money. And that money will pay out, but between, if you do it right, $300 to $500 a month, and you'll get in dividends. Then I will take that $300 to $500 a month and keep recycling that money back in. And at that point, you don't have to put no more money in. All you're doing is taking investment money and recycling it in every month. So every month you get $300 to $500 a month in dividends. You don't have to take no more money out of your pocket. The 50 grand is making you more money. Yeah, the value of the 50 grand going to fluctuate based on the market. But over time, if you stay there and you do it right, you'll, over 5 to 10 years, it won't even matter no more, because you'll start to get all that. You'll get all that back, and your portfolio will just keep growing and growing and growing and growing, because that's exactly what I did. Now, I didn't have $50,000. I had $200. That's where I started, at roughly about $200. I didn't have $50,000. I started at roughly, when I really started doing my own investing, I started at about $200. Girl J. Lee. Oh, you went to school with DeSantis? I like Ron DeSantis. I wasn't going to vote for him when he was running against Trump, but if he run again, I like JD Vance, but I'm really leaning more towards Ron DeSantis if he actually runs again. That's just me, and I'm not telling nobody where they should vote. That's just me. If Ron DeSantis run again and Trump is out of the way, I probably would vote for Ron DeSantis. That's just me, and I'm not telling nobody who they should or should not vote for. That's just me right now. I haven't made 100% decision on who I would vote for president wise, but right now he's slightly ranking above everybody. That's just me. I haven't really decided, but right now he's ranking above everybody right now for me. If he was to run for president again, Ron DeSantis is actually running. He is slightly above everybody. I'll see where it goes down the road, but right now he is the person that I'm leaning more towards voting for if it goes again. We'll see how that go. I'm not. I like JD Vance, but I'm not sold on him. I'm just not. I like him. I think he's all right, but for me personally, I'm just not 100% sold on him. I think. I don't know. I'm leaning more towards Ron DeSantis, and then everybody had their opinion. I think they looking at JD Vance as an extension of Trump. And I get that. I mean, I like Trump, and I voted for him, and I campaigned for him, and it is what it is. But right now, for me, I'm still leaning towards Ron DeSantis. I'm not 100 sold on JD Vance yet. You know what I mean? And that's just me. And like I said, a lot of people like JD Vance, and I went to one of his rallies that he had. And I like I said, overall, I think he's a decent person. but I'm still leaning a little bit more towards Ron DeSantis. But I'll see how things play out. I mean, I don't know for sure. I'm not gonna say I'm 100% sure that's where I'm at, but that's just me. And you might be right, Tom. You might be right about that. Right about that. JD Vance might take him, and that's why I said I have to see. Now, am I going to vote for a Democrat? Nope. There is nothing on the Democrat side that I am interested in. Zero. Not one. Now, no. All right, let me backtrack that. John Fetterman is the best thing the Democrats have. I would vote for John Fetterman, not as president, but because I'm in the state of Pennsylvania, I would definitely vote for John Fetterman because he's the only brains in the Democratic Party that I see overall. Right now, he's the only one. I would not vote for Democrats. Have done the black community horrible, extremely horrible. So therefore, listen, it's not about black or white, but being a melanated person from the city of Philadelphia, there is nothing the Democrat Party has to offer. You are not there. There is nobody other than John Fetterman in the Democratic Party that I think is even worthy of a half a vote, a quarter of a vote, even 10% of a vote. And I know we can't vote that way, but that's my point. I would not waste my time with none of them. They're so corrupt, it ain't funny. Tom, you might be right. And like I said, John Fetterman is the only sensible person in the Democratic Party that I would actually consider voting for if I was going to vote for anybody on the Democratic side. But, and don't get me wrong, there's some Republicans in the state of Pennsylvania after I found out what they voted for as far as against people, basically gun rights. Those 5 Republicans I got written down. I don't have it right here in front of me, but I got 5 Republicans. Oh, no, wait a minute. Yes, I do. Let me explain to y'all. Let me give y'all the ones. John Hogan, Kathleen Thomason, I think that is, Craig Williams, Martina White, and Christian Marcel. These 5 Republicans in the state of Pennsylvania will never get my vote. Why? Because they voted against gun rights. They voted to limit your right to carry and bear arms. So they will never get my vote neither. Any politician, Democrat or Republican, and I say this relentlessly, start talking about anything about limiting your rights, gun registries, all of this stuff, they will never get my vote, and I will always put you on blast. And that's where I'm at with that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would hope, based off of Trump, I would hope that Trump would probably stay in as a VP, just to help the transition along and maybe be a VP, but also kind of that way he can kind of still be in the loop and advise when necessary. That's the only thing I will hope is that I will hope that Trump will probably come run to get with whoever wins the primary or whatever, who's a front runner. I will hope that Trump will come in and maybe stay there that way. But it's cool if he don't. Like, I honestly speaking, man, for what it's worth, Trump has sacrificed enough. And that's my opinion. I think he should need to just kind of go back to living his life. This is me personally. I'm talking about from my personal perspective. I think he put on enough on the line to try to help American citizens. And if we didn't get enough out of that, then I think he should just honestly pull himself out of there, man. Just go keep spending time. You up there in years. So go back to spending time with your family and enjoying your life. I understand you taught people a lot that you can fight against the system and win. Regardless of how people personally feel about him, he showed you that if you can fight against the system and you can win. And he showed you the path of how to do it. Now, he got more money to stomach it. Don't get me wrong. Most of us ain't built with that type of money to be able to stomach it. But he showed you that there's a pathway to fight against all of these people and you can possibly win. So therefore, that's why I don't care about when people say they hate Trump and something like that. Listen, at the end of the day, man, low key, he taught a lot of American citizens a lot if you paid attention. You know how many black men went through what Trump went through, but ended up on the worst end of that in Democratic ran cities? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. How many black men in Democratic ran cities went through the very thing that Trump went through and ended up on the worst end of that? The reason why Trump is there, because Trump had money to fight. That was the difference. Most of these men that's in there sitting in under there dealing with that stuff didn't have the money to fight. They were rewriting laws and rules to make you felons and make you criminals. And Democrats have been doing this for years. Why? Because they need you in the system so that they can get that money from the federal government and keep funding the bull crap. This is what a lot of them, I'm not saying all black men, some of the ones that are there because they should be there. But believe me when I tell you, there's a lot of them they did this to. He said, and Republicans too. Well, I'm sorry, no. I can't. Listen, they may be. I'm not saying that there's not. But I'm telling you, in the city of Philadelphia and Los Angeles, right? City of Philadelphia, Los Angeles, Baltimore, Maryland, New York City, Atlanta, Georgia, Houston, all of these places that by and large have been ran by Democrats. You can't blame Republicans if the Democrats are in charge. It perplexes me that they're always trying to blame Republicans when Democrats are the one run. City of Philadelphia ran by Democrats for almost 70 years. 70 years. New York, Democrat. Mayors, by large. How can you blame Republicans for what Democrats are in charge of? Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Can I be responsible for the job you doing? No. If you do bad on your job, that's your fault. If you do bad on your job, that's your fault. Not mine. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Make sure y'all hitting the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. I really, really do. And I really, really appreciate it. But I want to talk about something else. We've been talking about politics, and I get it. That's my channel. That's part of what I do. Thank y'all for subscribing to the OG Network. Just so y'all know, I have a lot of things that I'm doing over here. I got a lot of things that I'm doing over here. Every once in a while, we get Dover Dogs, which is a semi-pro basketball team, member of the ABA. Every once in a while, we get stream their basketball games live. Not every game, but some of them we do. So if you look at Delaware Dogs, I'm sorry, it used to be Dover Dogs, but they changed the name to Delaware Dogs. So if you get a chance, go check out the Delaware Dogs. There's a couple of games that we stream live right here on the OG Network. Check out the games or whatever. There's going to be more to come. We can't get all the games that they have, but we do stream them on my channel live when we can get the games. They do have a game this Sunday, but we won't be able to do it because it falls in line with the Fracker Show. Every Sunday at 12 o'clock p.m. on this channel, we have what we call the Fracker Show. And it's me, Out the Pit, Ant Like the Bug, the Fatatula Show, and RIP _Bam Bam. We do a Fracker Show every Sunday. We're just us 5 guys acting a fool, enjoying ourselves. So if you get a chance, make sure y'all tune in 12 p.m. Sunday, every single Sunday. I know y'all watching football, whatever, but come in, check us out. Check out the show. It's hilarious. Believe me when I tell you. Real talk. There's a Philly talk we do every Monday where me and Ant Like the Bug get in. We talk about Philadelphia, and we get guests from Philadelphia that are doing positive, meaningful stuff. And that way you get a chance to see some of the good stuff that is actually coming out of the city of Philadelphia. Now, outside of that, now y'all see the afro, y'all. I mean, I know I need a haircut, but y'all see the afro. Y'all see the skin, right? Yeah, I need a haircut, but for the most part, it don't look that bad. You see the skin? I mean, I'm up there in age, but the skin's doing all right? I want to tell y'all about something. Go check out top to bottom hair and skincare products, right? Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. I'm getting ready to put y'all on game. Get ready to put y'all on game. So stay in. Don't get off the chat. Stay in the chat. Get ready to put y'all on game. Real talk. Go check out top to bottom hair and skincare. Seriously. Get ready to put y'all on game. Hang in there. I know y'all want to talk politics, but for once, just hear me out on this one. Stay in. Invite your friends. Invite your family. This is gold. I'm getting ready to tell y'all. Go look up the website. TOP number 2. BOTTUM. Top to bottom hair and skincare. Listen. They make extremely wonderful product. Listen what I'm trying to tell you. They make extremely wonderful product, and they are right here in America making it. Here's the thing. I use their body wash. See this? This is their body wash. All natural. All natural. As you can see, I've been using it. It ain't like it's a brand new bottle. This is me personally using it. They make it all natural. See that? Top to bottom hair and skincare. This is one of my number one products that I use from them, which is the body wash. It smells wonderful. It's all natural. Number 2, see this right here? Look at that. That's deodorant. Because we were such, all the customers that have been buying from them, we said, listen, can y'all make us a deodorant? Just like they did the body wash. What did they do? They came out with an all-natural deodorant that you can get from them. Remember what I said? TOP number 2. BOTTUM. Check out top to bottom hair and skincare. Look at that right there. That's the deodorant. When I say this thing holds you all day long, it holds you all day long. All natural, no toxics. Everything that they use is natural and organic. Here's the other thing. I use this right here. These are my top 5s. Top to bottom hair and skincare product. And as y'all can see, I'm not showing y'all new stuff. This thing been used. I'm almost through this whole jar. Now, this is called Herbal Infused Hair Butter Cream, right? This is what the name of it is. I don't call it that because I call it Afro Magic. Because this right here is what I use in my hair. After I wash my hair, this is what I use. And when I say this stuff works magic in my hair and it keeps my afro good, it keeps it tight, and it actually increases the depth of my hair. It's called Afro Magic. Go to top to bottom, TOP number 2, BOTTU products. Believe me when I tell you, you're going to like this stuff. I'm telling y'all my top 5 products. And this is the other thing that I use on my skin. Right here. This is what I use on my skin. This is the cocoa butter body cream cluster. I want to show y'all something. Man, this thing, as you can see, is almost empty. I ordered more not too long ago. But man, this stuff, number 1, it smells amazing. Number 2, it works and it stays with you all day long on your skin. So if you want to know what I'm using in my hair, it's the infusion. You want to know what I use on my skin? It's the cocoa butter cream cluster. You want to know what I wash my body with? It's the top to bottom body wash. You want to know what I use under my arm? Deodorant, top to bottom. So if you don't hit this live, please go check out TOP number 2 BOTTUM top to bottom products. The last thing is this. Because I'm such a good customer with them, right? I asked them, can they make me some? Because they make candles too. And their candles is off the roof, solid. I asked them, can they personally make me something because I love their product? You know what they did? They turned around and made me my own candle, right? This is their name. This is their logo. But guess what's on the front of that? Look at that. They don't pay me to say what I'm saying. They don't even know I'm actually saying it right now. And that's real talk. They have no clue what I'm doing right now. But I'm only saying that because I love their product and I think their product's extremely well. So if anybody on this live looking for some good hair care, skincare products, please go check out top to bottom hair and skincare. That's TOP number 2 BOTTUM top to bottom products. Believe me when I tell you, you're going to love it. You want to work there? And that's real talk. Believe me when I tell y'all, y'all gonna love that product. So for those that are on this live, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Now here's the thing. We might have to change the date when the CEO of the company actually come on my channel and they talk live and they let you and explain the products that they made. They actually come on my channel sometime. We might be changing the time period, so we'll get back to you with that. But make sure y'all come in and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Trying to see what y'all saying over here. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. All the lovers and the lovettes, hit the like button. All the haters and the hateettes, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. There's a whole lot of things that we have going on over here. Believe me when I tell you, you're going to love this channel. So if you don't subscribe, you're going to miss out. Bill, how you doing? God bless you. Thank you for the compliment. I am, definitely. I love my country. America, in my opinion, is the greatest country in the world. That's why you look so young. I think so. So if you're looking for some good product, you might want to go check out Top to Bottom, TOP, number 2, BOTTUM. I think the governor of Pennsylvania should run for president. I'm not a fan of him. Sorry, I'm not. Not a fan of the governor. The only fan I am is John Featherman, and that's it. I'm not too much of a fan of the people in the he wouldn't win. He can run for president, but he definitely wouldn't win. I don't think he would win. But I'm glad to have him in Pennsylvania. I didn't vote for him because I voted down Republican line because I wanted Trump to have the best opportunity to pull off and do the things that he wanted to do. But if he was to run again, I would still vote down Republican line and just vote for him separately. So from as far as I'm concerned, I actually like John Featherman. He's the only Democrat that I respect. And that's it. I mean, but like I said, I'm getting ready to get up out of here anyway. I appreciate every single one of y'all being on the live, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Most of what I'm gonna be talking about tomorrow is investing, stock market investing, and stuff like that. So I know y'all like to come with the smoke, and I know all of the trolls like to come in, but be respectful. I mean, other people that come in here want to actually learn something or get something out of it. So for that reason, just try to be respectful. Mike, what's going on? Hey, Ron, your opinion doesn't matter. Stick, how you doing? God bless you. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, so that's tomorrow is mostly going to be about investing. And please, stick around for that. And every single one of y'all, please have a blessed, wonderful day. And like I always say, if you don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ, that is the one opinion out of all my opinions that don't matter. The one that matters is having a relationship with Jesus Christ. That is the only opinion of mine that matters. So, and that is the number one opinion of mine that matters. The rest of it, you can take it for what it's worth. But having a relationship with Jesus Christ, that is the only opinion of mine that does matter. Get to know him and you'll be all right. The other thing is this, is that for those that come in and have, like I know y'all, a lot of the people that come in, they troll and stuff like that. Sometimes I had to put you in timeout, not because I don't like what you're saying, it's because you're not giving other people, you're just putting stupid stuff in the chat and don't give other people a chance to respond. But I always say this, I'd rather you come in on my live and say it to me in this safe space than to go out into the street and say it to someone else and you might not come back from that. So if it's okay for me to deal with the people that want to have something negative to say, I'm good with that. Come here, say what you got to say. I'd rather you do it here than go on someone else out in the street and say something crazy to somebody and you never come back from that. The last thing we want to see is somebody die because of something what they said. And with that said, God bless every single one of y'all. Make sure y'all hitting the like button, subscribe button. So please support the channel. We appreciate y'all very, very much. Thank y'all for joining in on the OG Network. Guess what? Y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. And I'm out of here. Peace.